Okay, that worked. I just restarted the broadcast here. Welcome again. I got back the guest there icon, so now I can bring guests on. So I just reset it, Mahansukh. I just did that, and it worked. It's working. So we're back to where we want to be. Everything's back to normal again. I had to restart, so hopefully all 70 plus people will come back here. Yep, it
Yeah,
worked. That's all it was.
yeah, you
So
just need to reset your live, I guess.
yeah, I'm just going to remember to be more careful before I bring people on here.
Yeah, just channel their energy, frequency, vibration first. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. So as we were talking, we are just for with people coming in here. We're just starting the broadcast again. We thank everyone for coming in here. Those that don't know, Hansuk and I am talking, and everyone else here. We're doing a very big event on November the 4th, November the 12th, and it's going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern for people that know what time it is. I was talking about spaceships. Let's see how far we can go with that. With the word spaceship. I don't think that will offend the DoD or the government or anything. So I don't think I'm doing anything wrong here. But I am going to tell you, we are going to together, we're all together going to do this. What we're going to end up doing is bringing spaceships from the command over that area of the region of the planet. Again, I don't know how many, but I'll know probably in another couple of days how many ships. These ships are massive. These ships are big. Well, massive, big semantics, who cares? But there are a number of beings on these ships, galactic beings of light, and they are here for one purpose. They're going to off planet facilitate what they need to do to change the energy frequency. And it's all about vibrations and energy frequency. All right. So when we do this, we're talking about the vibration going even higher up and amped up, not just for one person individually, but for every single human being. All right. For every single human being. Please share and like. Please, we would like to get as many likes as we can on this, and we're going till 2:30 this morning. We'll be on for an earlier night, Sunday night, starting at around 11 p.m. on
Do you
Sunday.
do you have your radio show in the morning?
Sunday morning, I have the show, and then we're going to be talking about it on the show as well.
Okay.
And people are invited to call in the show tomorrow
Yeah, are
morning. I'll
you
be
bringing
live.
people on the show live, or how do you do it? Just over the
We're
phone?
over the phone. Only
Okay.
reason that because we're broadcasting to our FM audience in the Connecticut River Valley, our internet audience, and then we have our TikTok audience, which they can call in the show from TikTok and share their visitations, UFO sightings, and the like. So yeah. And this is the important part of what we're doing. Now that it's officially out there on TikTok, I also put the video on Facebook. I have not put the video yet on what used to be Twitter. I'll be putting that on Twitter probably tomorrow morning. I mean, when it's daylight. So it's really important, people, that when you see the video, if you haven't gotten the video yet, I am still working. UFO God, good to see you. UFO God, you're going to get a copy of the promotion video for the most amazing event. When you see the video, the production of the video that was created for November 12th, it's going to blow your mind. So I am very, very focused on what's happening here.
So you have in under your profile here, you have a video of advertising for this meditation. I can duet and share out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Matter of fact,
I'll
I
share it
got
with
all
you more.
as I was doing it, I got all the way up to, I think I got up to the S, the letter S. So I got to still get tons of other people the video. So
Okay.
I promise everyone will have a copy of it. And if you, in your circle, everybody of cosmic friends, whoever you are, when you get the video, please share it with your list of friends. And
Right.
like a domino effect, will reach tons of people everywhere, without a question. And I do have my cider here this morning.
Do you? Is it good?
The best local New England cider.
Ah, I need to order some of that.
Are you having coffee or tea? That's a new poll Chezno started. And we'll bring Chezno up here. Are you having coffee or tea? Have you seen a UFO? We'll do that one. I'm trying to start it here. What's going on here?
Yeah, what's going on with our UFOs lately?
I had heard someone on Facebook that the United States reports of the UFOs have
We saw something strange in the sky the other night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What happened?
huh?
Tell us about the story. What did you guys see?
Oh,
It was like a ball of, like, we thought it was a comet in the, it was in the southwestern sky the other night, and
Yeah.
somebody said it was a missile shot off or something. I don't know, but it was moving really slow across the sky.
Like this,
It looked like a
SpaceX
comet or something.
I think it was a missile. It was the Starlink.
Was it?
Yeah. A lot of people reported the Starlink. Yeah. Yeah, it was Starlink.
Friday. It was a week ago Friday we saw it.
Yes, that's when the Starlink thing was shot up. I think it was Cape Canaveral. I don't know where they shot it off of, but that Starlink a lot of times confuses people and they think it's a UFO or something or a spaceship. But I see so many Starlink videos. I look at videos that people post and I can say, oh, that's a Starlink. And you can see that it's releasing the other part of the craft with the satellites.
Okay, so when it's kind of hazy outside, it makes the effect of
Yeah.
the Starlink look like a bigger ball.
Because it was really hazy around it.
And Julie, we'd like to get Julie on here. How come I can't? Yeah, Julie, we'd love to get you on live. Everybody follow Julie. For some reason, usually if you have over 200 followers, we can go on live audio, but she doesn't have the ability to do that. And I'm not sure why. That doesn't make much sense. Let's see here.
Is it
And
now?
I think we have to get Julie up higher in terms of numbers.
Does it have to be 200 now?
Yeah, well, 200 was it used to be had to be 1,000.
Yeah.
Now I can bring people on audio for 200 followers.
Oh, audio, but not video?
Not video. That you have to still
That
do
is
up to
so
1,000.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
understand why it just people can't just come on.
Yeah, it should be that way. It should be if you're joining, you should just be able to come on but I guess they have their
I don't have
certain.
that many followers because I haven't been on a lot since I've been in this pain flare, but I got like 5,000 followers and I've been on here like 2 years, but I'm not, you know.
Well, yeah,
How do
you're in
you
a different
come on?
situation. You've been going through a lot of stuff, and once you get
Everybody
through it,
needs to follow Julie so we can get her up to 200. Let's follow
yeah.
Julie now. Julie Trance. Follow her so we can get her to 200 so she can
Well,
come
she's
on
got
and share her
200,
story.
but she needs. I have for some reason she needs to. She can't go on live yet on audio. I'm not sure why. Julie, if you have a setting for audio on your TikTok,
163.
see if you can activate it. I'm not sure if you can.
She's 163 followers. So if everybody in here follows her, we'll have her to 200 followers.
Yeah, she has to have 200. She's up to 240. Oh, I'm okay. Let me see here. She's up to.
Profile. It says.
She has 245. It says here.
Okay, so she needs more than that. That's crazy. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, but yeah, but she has a story to tell.
We helped Commander go live when we first met him, me and Lauren, and if we can help him go live, and look how good you're doing, Commander. I mean, we can help each other get. We can help each other get to 1,000 easily.
Yeah.
Me and Lauren used to go in these rooms and do this tapping thing and get all these
tapping thing, right? And Mahansukh's right. I mean, between you and Lightworker, when I first came on, you guys really helped me get to where I needed to be.
Yeah,
I'll never forget it, ever. And I always do the same thing on my live. We want to elevate everybody here. So if you're not at 200 or 1,000 yet, we want to elevate you to be able to go live with us and share. And that's really important on my show. There's no ego with me. With everything I do, it's for everybody.
Your face, you got to have 1,000. Everybody follow Adorable and Crazy too. Everybody follow each other in here so we can get everybody up where they need to be so they can go live.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to be heard.
We have a contact with the Department of Defense, and she's probably sleeping right now. But what we have found is, and I'll share this story with you, that probably less than a month ago, for people that are familiar with it, there was a squadron of spaceships, diamond-shaped craft. These craft were going at 2.5 seconds per minute. Now, 2.5 seconds per each area. They went from Tokyo in 2.5 seconds to New York City.
Holy
All
shit.
right. They went over military installations that had nuclear missiles, and they were actually shutting down the installations, electronically shutting down their power. Now, the DoD is not going to go publicly on their UFO site and say, oh, by the way, we took video footage of these diamond-shaped craft shutting our Air Force bases down with nuclear missile silos, right? They're not going to say that. The transparency on news media is that there's now this site, which it does exist, with very limited releasing of video footage from the Department of Defense. So what does that mean? It means that on a public PR campaign, they had to do this. They had to have a website. They are visibly investigating the whole thing with what they call UAPs, which are basically UFOs or spaceships. They definitely been involved with it for years. That's just the front cover. Then you got the next thing going on. The front cover is to make everyone feel, oh, hey, now we gave them a website, then maybe people will go back and close their eyes and go back to work. Forget about it.
Can you shut that
Yeah, Julie, it says live access needed. Once you get higher up in the numbers, I think maybe after you get up to 300, we'll be able to get you on, at least on audio. It's kind of weird. I
So
think that's the thing.
are you
But
going to be
yeah,
on in the morning at 10 or 11 your time?
on
On your radio.
11:30 a.m. in the morning
Okay.
tomorrow,
10:30 my.
when the show,
Okay.
that'll be 10:30 your time if you're central on the radio show.
I'm Central.
But so the Department of Defense creates a site because it's massive pressure that they have to do something because people are starting to get like, you have these UFO hearings, UAP hearings, I call them UFO hearings, whatever, with Congress, and now people want to know. So you're like, what are you going to do? You have to do something. So they have these people, they have a UFO group within the Pentagon. These people are involved in reports. They won't take reports from the public, from what I understand, but they're creating on their site a link or something they're connecting with where military people, Air Force people, whatever, can submit their UFO or UAP sightings, right? Hey, Sacramento, Douglas, good to have you with us. And so people are able to share and just bring that information through their website, which they don't even have set up yet. They got the website set up. They don't have the reporting part of it set up. And Julie's in Utah. Good to have you with us here in Utah. I'm CmdrAleon, the host of the late night show Encounters. And we're usually on earlier than this, even though it's late night. We are usually on at 11 p.m., 10:30, 11 p.m. nightly. God bless you. And so we're usually here, and we're talking about all these things that are going on, right? And with all the things that are going on in our skies above us, we have more video footage here on my main page, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. I have more video footage than I've seen on the DoD site. They've had some released footage. It's very limited. I've got to believe that there's probably thousands of good videos that they've taken over the years in the vaults within the Pentagon, whatever department deals with. I got to believe that there is clear footage of things that have happened that they've been monitoring since Project Blue Book in the 1960s.
Right.
I mean, there's no way that they have nothing. There's no way that they're that not able to have anything. Does anybody really think that the DoD has no more footage than what they showed us when they opened their website up?
Right. That cider
Yeah.
looks awfully good, Commander.
Oh yeah, that's my cosmic drink of the night. And and the thing is, there are people out there that have, not everybody, but people that are videotaping spaceships, not from this Earth, from other planets, having contact. Yeah, they probably have loads of pictures. And there are people that are videotaping things all over the world. And when I see some of the footage, it's just extremely. For example, recently in the last few weeks, over Colombia, South America, a commercial airline flight, you can hear people talking in Spanish. A passenger records a flying saucer going the opposite direction, high in the sky. Whoa, what happened here? Okay, well, I think on my guest thing here, that is really strange. Very strange things are happening here, folks. I'm glad I'm still on. I know I'm not breaking any regulations here. So we are still here with you. It could be, yeah, Mahansukh. I think your phone she might have had a call. Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, Mahansukh could have had low power on his phone. I didn't think about that. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm still here. I asked that the crisis forces of light protect the broadcast here. I asked that the galactic levels of light, the Astro Command, protect the broadcast and protect every single person that's here. Isaiah says, I've seen some crazy stuff in the sky. Isaiah, we're going to try to. Hey, Isaiah, we'd like to bring you on, and hopefully, if there's no government interference, we'll be able to hear your story. Let's see what happens here. So, Isaiah, if you accept my request, we'll have you on live on Encounters, the #1 late night UFO talk show. Unless there's some government interference in the program. This is going to get kind of interesting, isn't it, folks? It's going to get kind of interesting. Let me see. Isaiah, I have pressed the guest button, but I don't see. I'm not able to see what's happening here. I'm bringing Chezno on. I'm going to see if I can get my. Chesno's able. So that's good.
Hey.
Hey, Vincent. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
We're having some weird things happen tonight.
I know. Trying to turn my camera on, but all my lights are off. I don't even think you'd be able to see me. But I'll give it a shot. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, it's been a little wacky night, to say the least.
Yeah. I wonder if this is happening, unless it's a glitch on TikTok and it's happening to other people, but it's pretty weird.
Yeah, I'll say. I've never seen that, especially on your live before.
Nope. And I know I'm not doing anything wrong here, so.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not you. I think the other guy, I forgot what his name was. I think his phone might have just died.
Yeah, I think it just died. Yeah, I think he might have had low power.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
All right, I'm just trying to find the switch here. Give me 1 second.
And, we want to hear your stories. Chezno is one of my moderators here on the show. He's also from Connecticut, like I am, and he works with our Ask to RC5 group. And he shared some interesting stories from last night's live, and that was really interesting to see. We're going to be putting last night's live on our YouTube channel. If you missed it, we will put it on there. And then, if it's too dark, don't worry about it. We'll just go with the way it is right now. No worries. Isaiah said, do you have any stories you can tell us? Isaiah, you had a story that you wanted to share, I believe, and I actually invited Isaiah up, but I'm not able to get him up. I have him on the guest list to talk about some stories. Isaiah, we're going to try to bring you on again and see what happens. We'll see if he's able to come on here and accept the request. Yes, 1 year so love. Good to see you. We are on late night tonight. We're going to be on till about maybe 2:30 at the most, and then we're going to be calling it a night. I mean, it's really late night, but I am totally amped up. Oh, Chezno, there he is. I see him live and direct. How you doing, buddy?
Got it. Yeah.
So I don't think we're having more problems. Your phone is all charged up, correct?
Yes. No problems on
Okay.
this end. Yeah.
So if you end up disappearing, then I know there's something weird going on.
Definitely.
So we had a great show the other night, and we're having a great show late night tonight. And we've been talking about a big event coming up. I think you got a copy of the video that was just James put together in the studio,
Let
and
me
it
tell
was
you,
final.
that is a
Have you
great
seen?
video. Like the quality, I was surprised, like how good that came out.
Yeah,
Like
it makes you
I
look
watched
like
it
you're
a few
getting ready.
times. I was
Yeah,
like, wow. I was like, just the whole thing was just like it looked like a preview for like a movie, like coming out like in the theaters.
and that's what I was saying. It looked like a preview for a movie.
Yeah.
It just blew me away. I was like speechless. I can watch that preview constantly. And when I get off the air, I'll go to sleep. But I
Yeah.
can sit there in the morning with my coffee and keep watching it because it's that good.
It's
If you
really
haven't
good.
seen the video, folks, it's on my main channel. And if you see the video, please share it. It's our preview. It's not a preview. It's the actual video of what's going to happen November 12th. Star Sign says it was awesome.
Yeah, James is talented.
Oh, yeah. And that's why the universe brought us together, James and I, to collaborate all these things. We're supposed to do it. The universe really brings the creator, God brought us together really in truth. And it's been a great, great thing, all of us. Even when we met you at the C5, everything happens for a reason. Grace, whoever thought that dynamic would happen with us? We never knew each other until we
I
got here,
turned out, yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So, and I think the command picks the people that are supposed to do these things. That they know more than I know. I know not.
absolutely.
I didn't know anything about that part. And the spaceships, bringing spaceships over to Israel. Ashtar command ships that are going to be probably cloaked because of the situation. They will not be detected. Our spaceships will not be detected there. I don't know what they plan to do once the ships are that they're going to be very high in the atmosphere. They won't be able to actually track them. That I do know. That's what they tell me. They can't track our ships. They will not track our ships. And I do totally 100% believe that. No matter what kind of radar equipment the Israelis have, they will never be able to see the spaceships that are going to be above that area.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I'm going to get more information. As I say, I don't channel anything. I'm a telepathic communicator with Kedar Manka, and he will supply me with information. But
Nice.
Kedar Manka says right now to me, says, every one of you out there, Kedar Manka says, you need to be focused that day, that morning. He says everyone needs to be focused, no matter how many people you have. If you have a couple of thousand, whatever it might be, everyone needs to be focused on what's going on. And then that energy is going to be sent over to that area through mass consciousness, and it's going to shift the frequency and the vibration of people that are there. So that's never been really done in a mass way that way, but it's going to be done, I am told. Yeah.
Yeah, and studies have
Yeah.
shown, like we talked about last night, have shown that like group meditation, like that actually reduces crime. Like when you work as like a whole, like
Yeah.
consciousness. It's crazy
Yeah.
how that works.
And Julie is correct. Definitely people the night before, make sure you drink a lot of water. Before November 12th, drink a lot of water. And make sure whatever you do, if you smoke a cigarette, you know, just keep everything that would kind of cloud your inner body, keep it clear, they say keep it clear. It's very important.
Are you
Make sure all your belief systems are thrown out the window that day, and just believe in what's going to happen. Allow yourself to not only believe it, but also live it. And we're going to be doing something that's going to attract some attention. I'm sure there'll be some other media coming in and TikTok under different names that are going to be wondering what's going on here. I mean, that video was so good. It's got to be hitting people that are on media around the world that are seeing that, saying, what are they going to be doing? What's going to happen here? And, I don't know who the people that are going to be here in general. I know who many of you are because I see you when I'm live, but there's going to be a lot of new people here. I've been told there's going to be a lot of different people here, and it's going to be interesting.
I'll tell you, if I wasn't in your lives and I just saw that for the first time, like I would be definitely tuning in. I'd be like, this looks pretty epic. Like I want to see what this is about.
Yeah, and it will be. Um, I'm monitoring how many people view it because I can see how many people are watching it. I'll be probably every other day FYPing it on TikTok, because then it regenerates back into the community on here worldwide. So, and then I want everyone else, when you get the video, please feel free to take the video and share it with people on your friends list. So if you have 10,000 friends, share it. If you have 5,000, 200, 300, let everybody know. This is not like a closed cosmic club for only, now we have the club here and that's it. This is for the whole planet. We're talking something really important for the whole world. And it's really important that we're going to facilitate this in a
And
way that's going to make impact.
are you doing a third one on the 12th at James I think was saying he might do one at
Yeah.
8 o'clock and
Uh,
10 o'clock again
yeah,
again.
we're going to do he's doing a podcast at 5 o'clock after the 10 o'clock. And then when we come on Sunday night, that night, or whatever the 12th is, I don't remember, Sunday or Saturday, whatever that day is, the same night we'll be coming on live again. Yeah. So it's
Cool.
almost like we know we're doing 10 and 5 and then potentially 11.
Very exciting.
Yeah. So there'll be three major time things on the East Coast. Adjust your clocks. So it's Coco, good to have you with us. It's going to be on the 12th of November. I don't remember what day that is, but it's the 12th of November. And Cosmic Phenomena, welcome to our show. This is a really neat names here. It's going to be a really powerful day. Hey, you're most welcome, Coco. Good to have you with us. Coco, we're going to follow you. Well, I can't follow you. You have to turn your private thing into public, Coco, and then we can follow you. Let's see. So I'm just looking at a lot of the folks that are out here all over the world. Welcome to the late night edition of Encounters. We'll be here to 2:30, so an hour and a half show tonight. Yeah, it's a Sunday. Thank you. I just keep the 12th. If it had been
A
in
good think for that.
if it had been in December, it would have been 12/12, but it's 11/12. So I'm sure the power. Okay, so let me see if Coco. We want to see if we can follow her now. No, we can still not follow. You have to adjust your TikTok, Coco, to public. You can do that probably whenever you get a chance to the next time you're on here, so people can follow you. We want people to be able to follow you. You're trying. Okay. I don't remember how you do that or switch it over, but there's a way of switching it from private to public. Somewhere in the settings of TikTok. And welcome everybody to the show here. If you have a UFO sighting, when for California time? So 10 o'clock Eastern on the 12th, which is a Sunday, 10. I think that would be,
Yeah, I'm on California time.
is that 7 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 a.m. California time, which would be 10 a.m. Eastern in Connecticut. 7 a.m. There you go. And so, yeah. Have to go phone dying. Okay, Deborah, charge that guy up there, and we'll see you again. Many blessings to you. Thanks for coming in on Encounters.
And
And
I
does
think we,
anybody here have any stories to tell us? Have you had any visitations? Anybody out there with ETs? Any ET stories from our viewers out there around the world? I know you got to have some stories out there. We have almost 70 people here tonight, late night. And we are reading. Betty, welcome to Encounters. Anthony, welcome to Encounters. Other people coming in around the world, welcome. If it's your first time here, we're glad to have you with us on our show. This is a show that's a regular show on TikTok. This is a little bit later than we usually get on. Sometimes when we get on at 11, which is usually the time we go till like 1:30. So you're finding us here late night, which is kind of interesting because we're really on the late side of the night. So I'll talk a little bit about some of my own encounters until we get some more dialogue going here with our viewers. I've had many sightings, but I've had probably what I would call my main encounter, which was when I was a kid, and then the like this form of energy, this being that came through our window about 3 or 4 months ago, came through the window. The cat noticed the being or the energy coming through. She was looking at the corner. We caught it coming through, and then it went. And then I didn't remember this, but my wife said that it bumped into the wall and then it disappeared. So it should boom, and then it was gone. It was almost like it was somewhat physical, but it was definitely like a form of a body, like an energy, like a light body going straight through the wall, like it was going somewhere. But we all, watching it, we all saw it. It was pretty amazing for those who've never heard the story before. But we've never seen it again. It was only one time, It was just the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Mhm.
It wasn't really a white mist. It was like I saw it as having like a golden, translucent body, like a translucent form, beautiful energy. It was like a full body of light, and it was very much. I thought it was very higher frequency, and it was going right through the wall and out. It just went in the window, across the in the house here, in our living room, and out the wall, and it was gone. And we spent a good number of minutes trying to figure out what just happened.
Mhm. That's really cool.
Oh yeah.
And cats are really sensitive like that. They can really detect that kind of stuff. That's why it's always benefits a cat around the
Yeah,
house.
yeah. Do you have a cat?
I used to. Growing up, I had a cat and a dog, but I don't right at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. Cats are very sensitive. You're right. I mean, they can see things, and they'll look at the wall or something. I'm saying, I don't see what that cat's looking at. Her name's Missy. She's sleeping right now. That's good.
And it spooks
But she,
people after a while. It's like, all right, what are you looking at? Like, do you see a bug? And there's just nothing there, and it gets a little freaky. But eventually they stop.
yeah, yeah. When cats actually see something like that, they're very sensitive. They can see things we don't see sometimes. They have like a vision beyond our 3D world. They can see, oh, okay, what did you see, Missy? Oh, I saw a spaceship, but she'll never tell me because she can't speak English. But that's what cats do. And I'm sure dogs are sensitive that way. That are sensitive that way, and even just wild animals might see things that affect them too. Although they're wild, they still have a sensibility to see something, and they're just like, okay, a group of, let me say, a bear. They're in the woods. All of a sudden, this spaceship goes by or something. They see it. It affects them. They're looking at it. They can't talk about it. They're whatever.
Oh, I do have a follow up about last night. Remember
Yeah.
about my first experience? You were like, try to meditate next time and see if you can try to make contact. Well, I
Mm-hmm.
did. I didn't get a response. I didn't. Nothing like really stuck out at me. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I get the vibe it was either piloted by some kind of interdimensional type light being or
Mm-hmm.
controlled like a droid with like some type of intelligent consciousness piloting it. That's the
Wow.
vibe. Yeah. But every time, I will continue to try to ask, who was behind it or see if they'll reach out. But
Yeah,
nothing.
I remember how they were following you,
Hmm.
and when you got up to that point, you just said the lights went out, and I think something else was going to happen, which I thought was a positive thing. Maybe they thought, okay, we turn the lights out, either that or they didn't want you to really keep following them, but I didn't get that. I thought that there was going to be some sort of a contact,
Yeah.
you know?
Hmm.
And so I think that's something that we look at and say, when you reflect back, there's always that thing, like when I saw the big ship in Naugatuck, Connecticut, but really, from the 1980s, I always said to myself, would that ship have been able to beam me up? I think they would have. I mean, I think they were so advanced, even though the ship was a really solid metallic object. It wasn't anything to do with the Earth. It wasn't even our technology or our people or whatever. I think if I had said, because they talked to me telepathically, say, look up, there's a ship. It's like, okay, there's a ship. I was so excited to see it. I didn't start communicating or asking questions. I was just watching it for 35 minutes straight in my car.
You know
You
what I
know?
think of, you know what I think about often, actually, and I was thinking this the other night, like how many times we've all been visited, like possibly just they just open up like a portal in our bedrooms like while we're sleeping and just like watch us. Like just imagine
Yeah.
like it's probably a lot more common than we think. I
Hmm.
feel it. I just get a feeling that it's way more common and we just can't remember it. We think it's a dream or we misinterpret it, but I think it happens a lot. They don't
Oh yeah.
necessarily,
I think,
or they just, I think, visit people, especially like higher frequency beings or to people that are lower, like lower dimensional beings.
yeah. No, I think so too. I think, that happens and we just don't realize it, or sometimes say, you know what, I'm starting to remember I had a sleep last night and I had a dream. Sometimes we just don't remember what it is until later on when it's ready to be remembered. But we do have a point where we do remember things because it keeps coming back. Like it's still in there in the consciousness. You had that dream 2 nights ago and some connection with some space people happened, or you had a ship or whatever. And you say, I just barely remember something, but it is coming back to me. So you never know. I
Hmm.
think that's true. I think you're right on point with that. How many people in this, who on this show have had dreams that they can't remember specifics, but they have a dream that they're taken. Some of our guests have stated they've been taken out of their body. Well, not so much out of the body. In their dream state, that's where they connected with the space people. So I think that dynamic of remembering a cosmic dream is so really important. It doesn't always happen like right away. It might be a few weeks before somebody remembers it. It might be a few years before it comes back in their consciousness or what
Sometimes
have you. So it's really kind of varied.
a specific memory or even a smell to trigger that memory. So it's all about just the right time.
Yeah. And Julie says something that's very true. Julie says time is man-made. It is on Earth, and we've talked about this. It's a great conversation that time is man-made. When you're off planet on a spaceship coming from another galactic civilization, you're not looking at things in time. You're looking at things in non-linear form. Meaning, when you're off planet, you don't say on your watch, "Well, look, we're going to go over to the next solar system. What time is it?" No one says that. I mean, the space people don't even do that. They don't live in a frequency of time. They live
Hmm.
in the frequency of space. Now, what does that mean? A frequency of space is where there's no time. If there's no time, there's no limitation. When you live in a frequency of time, there's limitation because you're operating on a time level. You're like in a bubble of time. You're like, let's say you're like in a glass window that's circular. You can't get out of that window because it goes in time constantly 24 hours a day. And that's it. Time, 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 and time. When you operate off planet and you're from another world, you don't look at saying, well, we're on Earth now. We have to leave in 5 minutes. No, they don't. There's no time. They operate in a non-linear. frequency. So, yeah, just reading some of the comments. Is that paint? Oh, interesting. So there's, I think there's that whole aspect of who we are. As we remember our dreams, we have the ability to operate beyond time and space. And that's really the key thing now. If we can do that, then we are ahead of the ball game, so to speak. We are able to perceive other realities than what we think we can see.
And I've always had a deeper meaning since I was a kid, just a deeper meaning for life and just
Yeah.
understanding like what else is out there. I've always found this
Mm.
topic really curious.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Well,
a
it's
lot
about,
of other star seeds, I think, grow up feeling that same way, like that
yeah.
disconnection and looking for it, you know?
I believe that to be true too. I think, star seeds connect with each other. If they can hear each other's stories, how they finally woke up, I think that would be amazing to have a panel of 10 different star seeds from different periods of the decades and saying, well, when did you wake up? What caused you to become a star seed? Or how did you know you were a star seed?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Well, we're getting up to 2:21 in the morning. We're going to start winding down. I want to thank people for their gifts. This was a relatively short broadcast. Well, my broadcasts are usually about 2 hours. We're going to be on tomorrow morning on WESUFM.org on TikTok. We'll be on at 11:30 Eastern, so don't forget to tune in then. And please become a subscriber. You can subscribe to my TikTok. We have 33 of 100. So please become a subscriber today or tonight or this morning. Also, if you wish to send up some galaxies or anything else as TikTok gifts, we appreciate your gifting before you go off, whatever it is. It's unconditional. We don't tell you what to, do with your gifting and your TikTok coins, but we would certainly appreciate your support in the work we're doing here. Chezno, we're going to be on tomorrow morning. We'll be on tomorrow night. I want to thank everybody for being here. I had to get on here. I'm going to be finishing up some video sending before I go off planet. Everybody here, thank you for being here. We love you. I hope you all have a good morning. Any last words, Chezno?
No, thanks for having me up, and I'll catch you in the morning. I'll be on Cosmic Eye. I'll be watching.
Okay, that's good. And Coco, when you get off, if you have any, if just take time to look in your phone on the TikTok to reset your setting to public. All right. Hey, take care, everybody. This has been the Encounter Show. We'll see you again. Keep your eyes to the skies.